Here we go. A pondering, a musing, a ruminating. So this is ruminating as Tanis Brady, a personal electronic devices set up for living with my soulmate. And today is Sunday, January 2026, and here I, Tanis Shearhurst of Seattle, ruminate about personal electronic devices, use and storage, set up for living with my soulmate if my name were Tanis Brady. So this is kind of taking two of my projects, broaching soulmate residency, and kind of pairing it with ruminating about surnames. So I do not live with my soulmate. I do not have a history of living with any of my soulmates. I am not married and living with my soulmate, which is kind of the terms that I defined in terms of timeliness of accepting a name for me includes a living and marriage, both component. And getting it done within 1 year and 2 months of being both married and living together kind of thing. So this is if I were, my name were Tanis Brady. So, and me living with my soulmate. And this is one I've been thinking about. I was like, I'm filming this with my iPhone 16e, and I have an iPhone 5S, and I have an iPhone XS, and I continue to use my iPhone XS, at least currently. And I was like, living with my soulmate, and that is, I have a number of devices that are just my iPhones, right? Perhaps he has a bunch of iPhones as well, or whatever device they may be. And so it was like, what could I do? But not I, because that's a lot, that's a we. So I was like, the focus here is to build upon perhaps the skill I have most greatly improved as a stay-at-home daughter. So I've been a stay-at-home daughter now for over 6.00 consecutive years. And I'd say the biggest skill, or the skill I have most greatly improved, is obedience. Doing as I'm told, so to kind of thing. So this is taking this focus here, allow for an approach that retains my devices are mine and in my control, however, without compromising my obedience to my soulmate, my Tom Brady. So I'm living with my Tom Brady and I'm Tanis Brady, and really being cognizant of respecting the man of the house. Okay. So this is I came up with an in-house personal electronics devices setup. In here, personal electronics devices includes very tiny things like, what was it, the iPod Nano, all the way to electric vehicles. Personal electronics, a very large personal electronics. I have an iPhone, not an electric vehicle. I am very mindful of my electricity impact on the shared electric grid. So, iPhone. So the setup here is kind of potentially having two, a storage system, could even be Kevlar lined drawers, and kind of each have, a set of drawers for her. So for me, Tanis, but I should be reversing this because I do support gender roles and taking my man's surname. I am a female, menstruating still. Yes. Okay. So I'm a good girl. I try to be anyway. Okay. So let's say a set of drawers for my Tom and a set of drawers for me, Tanis, and then do a drawer for, say, music devices. I've also had MP3 player. Do a drawer for iPhones or equivalent, a different brand. I do a drawer or drawers for laptop computers. And you can say, okay, well, then set it up within the drawer, and then do accessories, or put accessories, kind of do set each drawer up so that the two devices that are in use and or maybe in use are at the front with their corresponding usage accessories, and then allowing for either of us to access, Tom says to me, hey honey, I want to use my iPhone 8 for just listening to music today. Can you grab it for me? Allow for that, however, respect boundaries. So I'm not the kind of lady that reads my man's text messages or whatever. I respect my man's privacy. I trust my man. He can read my stuff he wants. Just don't send a text. Don't post from me. My device is my device. I'm possessive, and so is he. This is very much a Tanis Brady kind of policy. And so being respectful of it is the other person's device and it's in their control. However, we do go like, I'll grab your phone for you, or your laptop, or whatever, or the charger, or that kind of thing. So that's ruminating as Tanis Brady, a personal electronic devices set up for living with my soulmate.